We are fixing the sound.
We are fixing the sound. Hold. We run a very professional operation here. Okay, are we still muted? Check. What could it be?
Okay, something's going through now.
What about now? Can we just refresh? Fix! Thank God.
All right. So
I had just run out of all of my sign language.
No, okay. For my credit, the mic and everything was on, and I could hear them.
It
so
was
I don't
on.
know what happened.
You're fired, Matt. No, I'm kidding.
Just say everything you said again.
We'll just repeat everything. My gosh. Hi, everybody. Welcome to NightMayr. I was vamping about that poster back there that Frank had made. Where's Lol Cow? It has a bunch of internet people on it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. What is here and there is our guest tonight, which he came from quite a distance, and we're happy he's here. Why would I I was like almost gonna just like name the place you just moved to. Why would I do that? He is the host of Apostate Radio. He is a viral sensation. He is very good friends with the one and only Adam Coleman, who you've seen on the show recently, who is an author and just an awesome dude. So I was like, you know what? Let's have this guy on. Any friend of Adam's is a friend of mine. Put your hands together for Isaiah L. Carter.
Thank you.
The L
Thank
is
you
important.
for having me.
The L is important because there is another Isaiah Carter.
There is indeed.
Who has no L.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he does not have an L. His is different from mine. But I used to get his BG. I used to get his electric bills.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to get him in the mail.
And you were like, all right, this is the last one I'm paying.
Exactly.
But you gotta get it together, sir.
Exactly. Because like at the time, I was living actually in Baltimore County, and he was living in the city still.
Oh, wow.
I know him.
What are the odds? And then you became friends because you have the same name?
Yeah.
Okay.
We met at we actually met at like one of the premier places in New York City. No, not New York City, Baltimore. What am I talking about?
Same thing.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Really.
But no, we met at like one of like this really great lounge that is no longer in operation. But I met him and I was like, hey, he's like, is your name Isaiah Carter? I was like, he was like, yeah. I said, that's my name.
What? So how did he stalk you? How did he a man came up to you and said, is your name Isaiah Carter?
No. No, that's what I did. I said, hey,
you stalked him.
Isaiah Carter? He was like, yeah. I said, Isaiah Carter. And he was like, what, really? So, and the rest is history. Yeah, I think he's, I haven't spoken with him in a while, but he is doing well last time I checked. So, good family man. And, I think he lost his mom a little while ago. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I've been sending my condolences to him.
That's so cool. You guys are like pen pals.
It's something like
You're
that.
tall. You're like 6'4", 6'3".
I'm 6'3".
This other Isaiah Carter is even taller than you somehow.
Yes, he is 6'6" or 6'7".
Whoa.
And I said, I'm your short, fat twin. Because we're both bald. Like he shaves his head bald, I shave my head bald.
Right. There's a difference between being bald and shaving your head. Shaving your head is a choice. When I think of bald, I think of like George Costanza. Who, like, is there's still hair there, but like that is a bald situation.
Yeah,
a shaved head. Who knows what's going on under there? You
Exactly.
could just,
I mean, it could be worse. You could be Michael Steele.
Who's that?
The former lieutenant governor of Maryland, and a host on MSNBC who has the exact same thing, like bald up here, and the
what do they call them?
Crown
Lamb
of laurels,
chops, or like a? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's him.
It just is he Indian?
No,
the hairstyle makes him look Indian.
He's
Doesn't he
tall.
look kind of Indian?
Well, I mean, he's tall. He's taller than I am.
Wow.
I met him. I met Michael Steele maybe. I want to say, actually, damn, it's going on almost 20 years.
Although if he shaved his head, he would look like Montel.
He probably would a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's let's just say he's like been fully indoctrinated into MSNBC. He's been on MSNBC for years.
He's drinking the Kool-Aid. He's in the club.
Yeah, he ain't just drinking the Kool-Aid. He's got like an IV running through. You wouldn't
Yeah.
even, like, you would never have known, like, if you talk to him now, like, he was the chairman of the chairman of the RNC,
Wow.
and he was the lieutenant governor for Bob Ehrlich, who was like the last, like, real, like, conservative governor the state of Maryland ever had.
Wow.
You know, like, he was more conservative. Like, Bob Ehrlich was more conservative than Larry Hogan.
Not too bad for an Indian guy. I want to talk about, Isaiah, your viral clip. This, and I was like, oh, it was from last year, right? No, this is only from February, this clip of yours. This was when I first learned about you. Let's play it for those of you who are not familiar with Isaiah. This was just like 32.8 with an M million views for this little Betty.
Let me make sure I'm getting audio from this since the mics didn't
And
work
while you're
this
doing
time.
that, Isaiah, set this clip up. Where were you? What inspired this video?
So I was on my lunch break from my job, from
Do you
my regular
talk about
job.
where you work?
I tried not to.
Okay.
Honestly, I mean, like I told you, like, personally, like, I was on lunch break from my regular 9 to 5, and this was right after they had started, like, all the stuff with Doge,
Okay.
and when we're finding out, like, you're
How
getting
much money is
right,
being
like, you're like
spent.
USAID had put like $30 million for, you know, broccoli sexual studies in, you know, Afghanistan.
Trans funding in not Dubai, but like Somalia, or like
Right.
usually it's like African countries too, like LGBT funding for like queer frogs in Zambia.
Right. Yeah. like all sorts of, like, stupid shit. Like, oh, we're doing queer basket weaving in the Falkland Islands.
Which is crazy
or
because
something.
basket weaving on its own is queer enough.
Exactly. So I was angry, you know, because it's like,
How much
I had
money?
been,
Yeah.
because up until this point, I had been a loyal Democrat. I voted for Biden in 2020. I had given money to his campaign. I'd been a loyal Democrat for so long.
Wow.
And then Biden cured me of my Trump derangement syndrome. And so this was right after hearing all of the stuff that the Dems had been throwing money at through USAID, and it's like, well, now we know why we have a $36 trillion fucking deficit. Mm-hmm. And so I was just angry. I was hearing about it, like, constantly, and I just had it.
Yeah.
I just had it. And so I voted for Trump last year, and this was like my first, like, how could they
Just
do this
rant.
moment?
Yeah, and I
so-
knew it was a lot of money too, but to hear the amount, like the sheer millions of dollars funding this kind of stuff, it's like you're shocked, then you're angry, and I just hope people don't forget just
Yeah.
how much money they wasted on this garbage. Okay.
Yeah. So this is basically my rant. I just went off for 3 minutes and 14
Wow.
seconds.
Was this
So
like the first take?
first? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one take, and that's how my lunch break videos are. Like, I go one take, that's it, you know, and I go from there. If it's
Yeah.
good, it's good.
You're
But
working, you're stewing up thoughts. You're like, all right, wait
Exactly.
for this lunch break.
exactly. And so you have this. This fucking political party, the Democratic Party, have lied to us about everything. They've lied about being the party of the middle class. They've lied about being the party of peace. They've lied about being the party that wants to help poor people. Okay? What the last several weeks have proven to us all is that this is a cadre of criminals and losers and spoiled children of affluent parents who were more concerned about looking good than actually doing good. These are people who were more concerned about looking like they were doing something for the American people than actually doing things for the American people. And that's why I'm so angry. Because this party lied to me while stealing my tax dollars. The Democratic Party lied to us all while they brought in millions of illegal immigrants for their own political purposes for the last 4 years. 20 to 30 million illegal aliens brought in, and now we come to USAID being probably the largest money laundering operation in American history. Congratulations, Dems. You've outdone even Bernie Madoff. I'm disgusted beyond words. Disgusted with the waste of money. Disgusted with the waste, with the fraud. With the way that you people use color legitimacy, and the way you use black people as fucking mules to get us to push whatever fucking agenda you wanted to. The amount of division you used black people to sow upon the American people, you used us for that. And I will never ever forgive this political party. The shit that I've gone through personally. Y'all were supposed to be the party of free speech, the party of women's rights. You have immolated all of those things. And then, as if enough weren't enough, you then decide that you're going to die on the hill of USAID, a government audit. You're trying to prevent a government audit because some of you really are trying to stay out of prison. We see the game now. Y'all been out here telling us that the game was rigged against certain people. Well, now we found out who the people that were rigging the game were. Congratulations. Y'all are never gonna win another political race ever again. Not if I can help it.
Wow.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm very impressed with your vocabulary. I wanted to pause it and look up immolating. I wanted to pause and look up cadre.
To immolate something is to set it
Light on fire. Right.
Yeah.
I learned that from all the people setting themselves on fire recently.
Yeah, like that guy who set himself on fire for Palestine.
Yes.
That happened over the summer. Like, okay, that was a thing.
And because of him, now Trump made a peace deal. And
Yeah. Yeah, I was oh God, I was very angry when I made that video.
wow.
And to be honest, I mean,
For a first take, I mean, that's incredible.
thank you.
I'll second guess like a 30-second comedy show plug. And then I'll be like, screw it. I'm gonna wash off my makeup and go to bed.
Oh shit. So that video got reposted by Elon Musk. Elon reposted it and he was like, this is fire, right? Like, and shout to Elon Musk, thank you.
Wow.
That man, one quote tweet changed my entire life.
Wow.
Bill Ackman also reposted
I
that.
should know who that is. That sounds-
Bill Ackman is
an actor?
No. He's like a hedge fund guy,
Okay.
tech guy, and like even Alex Jones, Benny Johnson. Like this video was reposted by like everybody.
Wow.
Like all of the big guys
Me,
on
of
on
course.
and what's that?
I said me, of course.
Yeah, you too. But no, it's like so everybody saw that, and like Scott Pressler was like, "Thank you so much for saying this. Are you registered to vote in your state?" I was like, "I live in New York. How can I not be?"
Yeah.
And shout to Scott Pressler, who's actually doing very good work right now in New
Yeah.
Jersey, trying to get Jack Ciattarelli elected governor out
So
there.
is he trying to Pennsylvania, New Jersey, basically?
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's going to do it.
Wow.
I think he's going to do it. That Mickey Sherrill lady who's running for who's his opponent out there. I mean, my thing is this: it's like they're all the same. Democrats are. They're all the same. They sound the same. They talk the same. They have a lot of them have the same fucking haircuts. You know what I'm saying? They all read from the same sheet of music. They use a lot of the same emotional blackmail when it comes
Wow.
to like how they get people to to agree with their talking points.
What's an example of that?
So let me see. So you know how the gender cult, they were the pioneers of this, right? Like all of the TQ plus.
Mm-hmm.
They were the ones who pioneered the whole, well, if you don't agree with me, then
you're a bigot.
You're a bigot, you're violent, you want people to unalive themselves, whatever, right? Or then they would just tell you they would just tell you that they would want to kill you, right?
Yeah,
They
if
would
you're
say
not
that.
100% on board with sterilizing children, then you don't care about equal rights. You don't care about
Yeah.
helping anybody.
And a recent example, and the thing is, the left have taken that to everything that they do. Jay Jones, who's running for Attorney General of the Commonwealth of Virginia, was texting a colleague of his, and he's talking about
JD
how
Vance tweeted this.
Yes,
He
JD, yeah.
tweeted this, I think today.
Yeah, 48 tweeted that out and was like,
Haha, you're calling him 48?
Yeah.
Ah,
No,
that's great.
I am voting for him.
Oh, yeah,
If
me
he
too.
runs in 2028, I am voting for JD Vance.
He's a bad bitch.
yes.
He's he's a daddy.
But this guy, Jay Jones, who's you're running to be the top cop of the Commonwealth, the chief law enforcement officer of the Commonwealth of Virginia, a state that I'm very partial to, growing up in Maryland, right next door. And you're talking actively about killing kids. You want to see children dead because to you, people need to feel I forget how
Because it was
the
something to
line
the
was.
effect of like so and so. I guess his
People need
political
to-
opponent or somebody else won't change policy until it affects them directly.
Until
or
it
something
affects them
like that.
directly. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember the exact verbiage that he used, but it was just hideous. And you're saying this a month after Charlie Kirk gets his throat torn out in front of a crowd in Utah
Of kids, yeah.
of kids. And again, like, this is what we've seen, this violent rhetoric amongst the left. People, like, we're seeing all of this stuff, and it actually hurts, because I remember when Democrats actually weren't like this. I remember when they actually used to care.
Was it during Clinton's administration? I was
Yeah.
trying to think back too. I'm like,
we're talking. I would say post-Obama, I'm sorry, pre-Obama, is when Democrats actually did have like the moral authority to be the party, to call themselves the party of the little guy. They ain't that anymore. They are not that. I'm sorry, and not to. I could shoot on the Democrats all day long when it comes to this old wrestling term. These people are some of the most elitist, snobbiest, I've
so
never
crazy out of touch. Like,
I have
just-
never seen a political party so unbelievably aristocratic and so sure of themselves. It's like, we know
Yeah.
what's best for you. We've gone to all the nice schools.
Yep.
We come from the S tier universities, and you need to do exactly what we say, or you're an ist, you're a phobe, you're a bigot, and we're gonna make your life
Yeah.
hell if we don't censor you, if we don't unperson you online, and now if we don't just outright take your life.
Yeah, being a Democrat is like truly a luxury. Like, if you're an actual Democrat in 2025, it's like you must be doing really well in life. Like, daddy must pay all your bills. You must be so wealthy, or you're a politician or part of like the elite journalism class, that you're not struggling with anything.
No, and yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'll never forget, like, because I saw the beginnings of this when I was going to University of Baltimore in 2012. I'm a college dropout. You know,
Proud.
I went to, yes.
Look at all the money you've saved.
Exactly. Although I do still have some student loan debt. But anyways.
Bro, get around to it.
Exactly. But no, so I was seeing this kind of stuff like this stuff building in 2012, 2013, like all the safe space nonsense. You know, we're starting to see all of the gender cultism stuff, like the LGBTQ stuff. There's in the back of University of Baltimore is I don't know if they actually just, I don't know if this wasn't back there when I was going to school, but in between two of the buildings on campus right now is like this diversity plaza. I'm dead serious. You can actually pull this up. They've got all of they've got like a transformer box.
Oh god, the rainbows and wheelchairs and what else?
Rainbows, wheelchairs, the Palestine flag.
Oh right.
Progress, Pride. They've got the Juneteenth flag, like this thing, and then they've got a transformer box painted in the transgender colors, in the trans flag colors. It's like irony has just hit you guys over the head with a fucking brick, and you don't even realize it. Like,
didn't these people just want to fit in? It seems like they very much just want to stand out and be separate.
That's exactly what it is now. That's what it is now. But I was seeing this stuff.
Is this it?
Oh, is that it?
No, that's Baltimore. No, that's Baltimore City Community College. It was University of Baltimore.
You don't be looking up a community college, Matt.
Although I did go to Baltimore City Community College.
Community college.
I just looked up Baltimore.
Or Diversity Alley. It should be it's like
Diversity Glory Hole.
Oh shit.
Oh, is that
that's when they just started it.
That's when it was nice.
You know what? I got a picture of it. I'll send it to you because I took pictures of it a couple years ago.
So you make this rant, you post it, thinking like, you know what? Let me just get my feelings out here. And that's when you knew, like, okay, were you thinking I'm just not going to vote Democrat anymore? Were you thinking I'm going to change my party legitimately? You were just fed up.
Yeah. I had already voted for Trump. I had already decided that I was never going to vote Democrat again, and I stopped voting Democrat after Biden. Abbey Gate, the whole thing in Afghanistan is what really is what drove me out of the party. It's like, you guys betrayed the Atlantic magazine, was what I've read George Packer's piece called Biden's Saigon. I read that piece. It was, I can't even tell you how many words it was, but I read that piece from start to finish. Took me a couple hours to read it because I read it at work, and I was like, I can't vote for this.
And this is all about how he dealt with Afghanistan.
Yeah, the betrayals, the way that contractors got screwed over. Like, remember the video of the C-130 and all the people that were hanging off it as the plane was taking off the runway?
No.
You don't remember that? Yeah.
There was a video? There was a video.
It was very famous. It was this gigantic C-130, and all of these Afghan people were running after it and trying to hold on to the wings, and you had a couple people actually falling off.
I do remember that, but I don't.
And I remember, and like the piece had, there it is.
Afghans climb onto plane during takeoff in attempt to flee Taliban.
That's the one.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I mean, what were they thinking? How long are you going to last? You could hang on to a plane.
Yeah. The Taliban were at the gate. They were at the gate of the airport in Kabul. They were that desperate.
They're like, we'll be able to breathe just fine up there.
So the story, so the context of that was, again, Kabul had fallen in 3 days. The Taliban had taken over Kabul in like 3 days, and they were at the airport. They were ready to take it over. And 13 servicemen, I think maybe 1 or 2 servicewomen gave their lives in that at Abbey Gate.
Wow.
And the long story short is that plane took off, but then when it got to its destination, they found 2 bodies in it. Someone had gotten into the landing gear and hung on and froze to death.
Wow.
And then another one who had gotten high up enough on the plane, I think, again froze to death, or the altitude
He
got
did
him.
a Tom Cruise. He's like, I could just hold on to.
I could just hold on as long as possible, but when you get up to about 10,000
It
feet,
gets cold up there.
It gets cold, air gets thin. He fell off and basically plummeted to his death.
Was he frozen to death first?
I don't know, but I know for a fact that the guy who was inside the landing gear, I know he was frozen to death.
It's almost like what's better? I don't know.
But not to darken the mood.
No,
Even
that's
though- even-
so horrible. I just have no way. I have no way to react other than make a joke, because that's just because they figure, you know what? Like, I'd rather die inside a plane than deal with these guys.
Yeah. But that was my political awakening, as it were, because I had been a faithful Democrat for like years. I got caught up in the Obama hype.
Me too.
I voted for Obama in 2008, voted for him in 2012, then I voted for Hillary in 2016. And then I voted for Biden. I went even further than just voting for Biden. I donated to his campaign, and I got roped into, I shouldn't say get roped into, because I signed up for it. A friend asked me to do this. The America...
A friend roped you in. Let's blame him.
A friend roped me in, yes. I love you, buddy. But anyways, this guy...
He's not watching.
But no, he... So, the America the Beautiful video, which was Biden's victory video after he won the election. Well, won the election. I was in that video.
Wow.
I was in that video. He got me. We shot it at on the 7 line out in Queens, in Sunnyside, and like I said, I was full bore Democrat up until 2021. And I was just like, after that, I couldn't do it. And then the other thing too, I was banned. I got my account snatched for 119 days.
How?
So there was this trans activist.
Oh boy.
I wouldn't call a man a woman. Okay. He had gone on some massive abolish prisons rant for Derek Chauvin. And this was when I still believed that Derek Chauvin actually killed George Floyd. I believe that. And obviously that was, I've been deprogrammed from a lot of like propaganda. And he goes on this guy, Danielle Moscato, he calls himself Danielle. He goes on this abolish prisons rant, and I go, Walter White here, because he had gotten busted for like crystal meth or something, like some like drug possession. Here, like, you're going on an abolish prisons rant for this guy, and I said, white men protecting white men, folks. 'Tis a train that is never late. Snatch my account for misgendering.
This is in what year?
2021. Oh, I had a lot going on in
Your Twitter
2021.
account gets what, frozen or I guess like just deleted for this?
Deleted.
Just gone.
Just gone.
Whoa.
It was, in fact, no, because
wow, I forget
it
how
showed-
bad Twitter used to be.
it showed that that my account was suspended, and it was like Twitter suspends accounts that breaks the rules, right? And yeah,
and
I
now
was-
we can say the F word and the N-word, right? Because Isaiah said I have the N-word pass for this whole episode. Thank you for that.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But it was like I saw the real hypocrisy of the left, front and center. No, it was like no holds barred. It was like, you either conform or we're going to eliminate you. And it was, and I was just like, you know what? I can't do this. I cannot deal with this political party. And I caught hell for it, man. I caught a lot of hell for it.
So this viral video comes out after you've already voted for Trump. You've already made up in your mind, like you've walked away from the Democrats. But this was like your sort of public coming out. So, because who knows how many people you told that you voted for Trump, right? So this video comes out. You know, first of all, I want to know who, like, most famous person who, like, reached out to you or DM'd you. Like you said, Elon Musk, you know, quote tweeted you and a lot of other big accounts. But, like, I want to know who was in your DMs. And I also want to know, like, who broke up with you over this? Like, who unfriended you?
Oh, man. So Alex Jones, the big man, was the first guy to reach out to me. We talked for like a good hour and a half on his show. Yeah, it was a great time.
He just said, "Hey, like, come on the show."
He was like, "Hey, like you really get my motor going, man." Like,
That's a good impression.
Alex Jones, no, he's caught a lot of hell lately, even from like the right, and I don't know him obviously enough to have an opinion, right? But he is somebody I find very fascinating, Alex.
He is. He's so smart. He has an incredible story and history and life. I think he's just very misunderstood. And
I think so, too.
There's just always been a target on his back because he's a big personality. So I think he attracts a lot of shit, basically.
Yeah. And he was the very first big, like, podcast that I did.
So you went out to Austin just to do
no
wars?
No, we did it remote.
Okay,
we did it remote, and I do want to go down to actually, like, I want to actually meet him, talk to him.
Sorry, I'm playing footsie with you by accident. You're so tall, your legs like wrap around the studio.
I know. I know. I'm a tall guy. Yeah, but no, Alex Jones, fantastic guy. He was really great to me. His team was great to me. But I do want to go down, like, actually go down to
do a
Austin.
Tour. Why not?
And take a tour of the place.
Go to Drinking Bros. Do their show. They're in Austin too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Very cool guys.
The other guy the other one that I did was Benny. I did Benny's show for, how long was I on that? About an hour or so?
Wow. Okay.
Benny's awesome. I like Benny's show. Shout to Benny Johnson. I know he's just recently dealt with something, like a death threat from some commie who was trying to come after him and his family, and they actually got him. But he's also been grieving
Charlie.
He's been grieving Charlie.
Yeah, they were good friends.
Yeah, and shout to Erica Kirk and everybody else. Like you guys, we love you. Apostate Radio, we are praying for you. Okay, so I just want to give that.
It's been a month already. Like,
if he wasn't going to run, I'm just going to say this about Charlie. If Vance was, if I wasn't convinced that Vance is going to be 48, Charlie was going to be 49. Oh, wow.
It's very stale. It's been here. It's been sitting here for weeks, but we did get Charlie Kirkies. I mean, you know what? You can try to have a bite if you want, but it's been in that container.
Oh, no. I just had dental surgery 2 days ago.
Okay. Yeah.
No, yesterday. No. That's...
I've ruined your really nice monologue with my stale cookie.
No, it's okay. They'll appreciate
my Kirky.
But the thing is, if I wasn't convinced that JD's going to be 48, Charlie was going to be 49.
Ooh, and he would have been how old then?
In 2032, Charlie would have been 36.
Wow, only 36 still.
Because he would have turned 32 yesterday. And it's so heartbreaking. Like, even now when I think about it, I saw the video of what happened to him. And then I saw all of the freaks and everyone who had cheered and laughed about his death. That was when I got to cutting people out of my life.
And usually, like, the right is so forgiving and overlooks a lot of this stuff. And we always, like, try to turn the other cheek and give people grace and always try to be the bigger person. You know, like, the right isn't really known for, it's usually the left that's known for cutting us out of their life or cutting people out of their life. And I was really shocked and surprised with just the volume of people celebrating and how just disgusting people were about it.
There was a guy who I'd known for like 15 years who went just full blown like, well, he was a racist, fuck him, should have learned how to duck and all this, like, and he was doing that to one, mess with me, because he was trying to get a reaction.
Oh, specifically, like, kind of.
Yeah, he was trying to get a reaction. He was thinking, he was like, I don't give a fuck if you unfriend me or not. I was like, and I thought to myself,
you know this guy your whole life?
Not my whole life. I mean, I've known him for like 15 years.
Like your whole.
We used to work together at an Audi dealership up in Manhattan, and I'm like, this guy, like, you're talking crazy right now.
You had to cut him out of your life.
I did. Like, no, my guy, you don't, when you celebrate the shedding of innocent blood, you aren't a good person anymore. The leftists kill me with that, right? It's like, these people excuse some of the most heinous acts to do to people because they don't agree with you politically.
Which is scary, because it's like, what do you have to do in your mind? What kind of how do you have to categorize people who think differently than you? You actually, in your mind, dehumanize them. Like, you make them so, because once they're no longer human, then all of this is justified. The violence is justified.
Yeah.
Just killing them, whatever happens, getting assassinated, no big deal, because you're not a person, because you disagree with me.
Well, when you think about communism, right? When you think about some of the principles of communism, they already think of you. Like, I read through The Wretched of the Earth, Frantz Fanon's book.
Ooh.
It's a violent book.
Matt, write it down so I can buy it and not read it.
Yeah.
Put it in the pile with the others.
The Wretched of the Earth by Frantz Fanon. And this book, like, it's very intense, but there's a part in it where they talk about how they already believe, communists believe that if you have not obtained critical consciousness, okay, if you have not gotten a class consciousness, you are automatically dehumanized. Like, you're automatically dehumanized if you're a regular person, if you're not a communist, okay? And the only way to be fully human, achieve your...
That includes, like, critical race theory, critical queer theory, like all
of
that stuff?
That's part of it. All of that's part of it. They're offshoot. They're like different... So communism is a cult. It's a religion of the state. Well, I call it the religion of the self made manifest by the state. And all of the, like, critical race theory, queer theory, critical theory, I even include, like, urbanism and stuff like that, like these bike lanes and shit that you see in New York City everywhere. That's all a part. That's critical car theory.
I wish you had a shirt that says "Bike lanes are communism."
Oh my god, yo, I'm so ready. I'm ready to make that shirt. I need to make that shirt. But, like, all of them. But if communism is a cult masquerading as a political political movement, these are denominations. Okay, queer theory, critical, all that. And so when you've got people so you're automatically dehumanized when, if you are not one of them. And so when you become one of them, that's when you're fully human.
Wow.
So if you're already less than human, if you've already been othered off the break, then of course it's nothing for them to just be like, oh, well, you gotta go. We'll kill you. Bye. I mean, Chairman Mao himself said power flows through the power of a gun. So think about it. If all I gotta do is just use a gun, get rid of you, guess what? Problem solved. That's how you end up with 40 to 80 million deaths throughout the Cultural Revolution and the Great Leap Forward. But nobody talks about that.
Wow. Yeah, it's amazing that they, like, you can tell in some of these reaction videos, praising Charlie's death. Like, you can see it on these people's faces. Like, wow, it is just not registering with them at all. Like, there's something missing with them. There's some like real soul problem with these folks. Like, they're the ones to me that seem dehumanized, and there's something missing from them.
Well, yeah, because again, your individualism and everything else is like your entire will, your entire consciousness, your entire being is subverted when you adopt communism. Okay, you become basically a part of the all, right? And you're simply cogs in the machine. That's why people refer to the machine state sometimes. I think Tim Pool referred to the Democrat Party as the machine state, right? And so that's what you have, and that's why all these Democrats sound the same, use the same talking points. They're calling Democrats fat. They're calling Republicans fascist.
They don't want to stick out. Like, is it because they as politicians have a fear of like, oh, I don't want any of my like talking points to stick out from the norm, right? I don't want to be seen as like an outlier or not falling in line on a certain issue. Or is it laziness, or is it just like there's kind of like a pressure to just repeat everything, or they're just, I don't know, it's simpler than that. They're just lazy. A friend of mine, JV the Great, he goes on X, said that basically Democrats have cultivated a base that they're fucking terrified of. Think about it. If a Democrat goes off the reservation and decides to, say, work with Republicans to maybe, reopen the government, you'll have 30 pink or purple-haired berserkers at their congressional office screeching at them to get to resign. Wow.
Okay? They're terrified of getting primaried.
So that's why none of them will vote like at a line on certain issues.
Yeah, the prime example, Zoran. Okay?
Speaking of communism,
yes. If you notice, whenever national Democrats talk about Zoran, they never mention him directly. They always say, well, Zoran is the Democratic candidate, and I support and I'm going to endorse a Democratic candidate. What? Oh, so you don't want to outright embrace communism. You don't want to let the cat out of the bag that the Democrats have just gone full communist. But you'll just say, well, I am a Democrat and I support the Democratic nominee. Because again, they don't want these freaks. They don't want their congressional office. They don't want the hallways in at that building in DC. They don't want it looking like fucking Portland.
I would,
you know what I'm saying?
It'd be fun to see it like a Tranuary 6th.
A Tranuary 6th.
Why not just, instead of like red MAGA hats, just, pink, purple, people growing penises on their arms, pussy hats.
Oh,
it would smell terrible.
Oh, did you see that? Did you see the naked bike riders?
Yeah. Yeah. We watched a clip of it on Zipcast. It's nightmare fuel. If you haven't seen it, people, don't look it up. Do not look up Portland naked bike ride.
You really don't.
I'm like, they'd wear the shirts with the boobs falling out the bottom. It was funny. Why do the people with the worst bodies insist on being nude in public?
It reminds me of the old the old George Carlin joke of how the people who are like this are like who in the nudists and well, he was talking about like anti-abortion, but it's always these people who you wouldn't want to fuck in the first place.
Nope.
Who look like that.
They're like, look at me, deal with it.
Like, when I looked at I swear to God, I thought to myself, look at all that raw chicken left in the road. all that
all that chicken going to waste.
The chicken been gone, but but no, that's
All right, so we're talking about Zoran.
Yes.
Yeah, he's charmed New York City, and I guess the attractive thing about communism and about Zoran is like, well, I guess if I jump into communism, like that's the pressure's off me having to work, make something of myself, have goals, have discipline.
Yeah.
I can just shop at a government grocery store and be a cog. Live off the state.
It's low. Communism is such an evil fucking religion. It's like, we're going to promise you all of the bounty that comes from work while making it so you don't have to work.
Right.
Which is bullshit on its face, because you're going to work. You're just going to work for next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Even the Nazis had Arbeit macht frei on the at the gate of Auschwitz.
Who's that?
Huh?
Who's that?
No. Work makes freedom. That's what Arbeit macht frei.
Can we get a sign that says that in here, Matt?
Oh shit.
That would be so funny.
But the point is, the reason why I bring that up is because for as much as these people promise that you'll never have to work, that there's going to be this paradise if we just tax the rich and we just tax the living shit out of them, and like Zoran said, we're already at 50%, so we're just going to tax at 52%. I'm like, so what happens? And a lot of people have been asking this. So what happens when all the billionaires that you want to tax, all of these people who you're engaged in class warfare with, what's going to happen when these people move?
I mean, how many of them have already moved out of the state? Everyone's, Larry Sharp, who's been on the show a bunch of times, we lose everybody to Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Florida, just people who want to retire, straight up get sick of New York City. My parents moved out of Long Island. They couldn't handle the traffic anymore. They're like, bye. I was like, wait, can I have some childhood photo albums? They're like, bye.
Oh, shit.
We threw everything away. Couldn't get out of here fast enough. And then you think about the people who have a lot of money like that. Who would want to stick around for this?
Yeah. I mean, it's bad enough that, Chrissie, no joke, you've got 11,000. This is kind of unrelated. You've got $11,000 a month apartments in Queens right now.
Where in Queens?
Hunters Point. Right up.
Oh my God. I lived in Astoria. I paid $900 a month for my shared room with Susan, who I found on Craigslist, who would routinely eat my food.
Oh boy.
And I'm pretty sure it was rent controlled and I paid for all of it.
Oh my God.
Because she didn't work, Susan. She had a canvas tote bag. I think it was an NPR tote bag, and she would just like hang out on the Upper West Side all the time and go to libraries. And she was like, she was just like a crusty old lady liberal.
Oh my God. The worst kind of human.
And I wasn't allowed to sit in the living room.
Oh.
But $11,000?
$11,000 a month.
Why
apartments.
live in New York City anymore then?
I mean, because
Go
it's
buy
New
a
York
house
City.
if you can afford that.
Because it's New York City. You have I'm serious. It's like,
yeah, but
I'm
maybe
looking up apartments right now. They're in Hunters Point that you said. I don't know if I've seen them that high.
Hunters Point South, the 3 bedrooms.
Ooh.
The 3-bedroom apartment.
Most of the ones I'm seeing are 1 bed or 2 bed, and they're already in the 5,000 to 6,000 range.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. I can understand it's New York City pre-pandemic, but post-pandemic, I don't why you can get that looks like any hotel
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Wisconsin. You know what I mean? Like that's just a random. You look like you live in a hotel.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? That must have changed because they were
Cool,
11
cool.
because I swear to you, they were $11,000 a month apartments like about 4 or 5 months ago. So
Okay,
those
well,
prices,
there's
look at that.
6,000.
6,500 on Hunter Street, 4,100 for a 1-bedroom. Who is paying that much?
Who can afford?
Who can afford that?
How can
And that's in Queens.
5,000? Like honestly, these must all be empty. Because look how many are available.
Yeah, most of these. Understand.
Look, yeah, you can see on the map, like 7 something down there.
Yeah.
Probably on the water. It's more.
Yeah.
Like right on the water.
Yeah. Because one of those buildings, right?
7,000.
Yeah, one of those buildings has like the sickest view of the east side of Manhattan, and it's right across the street. It's like right across the creek from Brooklyn. So like you're literally a stone's throw away from Brooklyn.
Wow.
And it's ridiculous. It's like
9,000. Let's look at the pictures.
there we go. There it is. 10 grand. Center Boulevard. Yep.
Yeah, buy a house. Go buy a house.
Fuck that for 10 grand.
I
Buy
thought
a house.
two of them.
Buy a
They can't
house
even
in
make the picture
Yonkers.
clear.
You could buy 2 of them. You could buy 2 of them up here. It's ridiculous.
Look at that glorious 240p pictures.
I mean, oh, see, 10 grand and you get 10 grand and you get those grainy fucking shots. Like, really?
Yeah, just so your kid can bang his head on every surface.
Like, seriously, $10,000 a month.
What a waste. What are you getting?
And here's and what's so annoying
Wow.
to me about this is that they're still building for all this talk about affordable housing and how there's an affordable housing crisis in New York City.
You could take a
They-
shit while doing your laundry.
You could
Go
take a
back
sh-
a photo. There you go.
Like, for all the talk about how bad the homeless situation is and how there's like an affordable housing crisis, they still insist on building places like that.
Are they going to put the illegals in here?
You would
Oh,
think.
see, this one's 13 grand a month.
Yeah, damn. Well, that's
Oh,
Manhattan.
That's Manhattan.
East. That's Upper East Side.
Wow.
3 bedrooms, 3.5
That's
baths.
a tiny bit. Everyone can watch you shower. Why?
Yeah, you've got a great view of a wall. Yeah,
This
that's
looks like an orthodontist waiting room.
oh shit.
Why would
It
you want
sure
to live
does.
here?
I
You just feel like you're waiting to take an STD test in every room. This is not inspired. Look at this. This is not a yard. This is not.
no, that's what you call urban density. Now, no, wait, go back to the floor plan. Matter of fact, yeah, the floor plan, like, again, something like that you can get in another state for a fraction of that, a fifth of that, if anything.
Wow. And have acreage and yards
Yeah.
and
Well, understand.
not somebody jerking off on your sidewalk.
Exactly.
Although if you like that, I mean, you could, I guess, find someone like that anywhere.
Imagine that though. Like you're spending $13,000 a month to then have to step over fucking homeless people.
Yeah.
Okay? To step over, to hope and pray you don't get clocked by some deliverista getting Kaylee or fucking
Deliverista.
pad thai.
Delivery
That's
stuff.
what I've never understood really about New York City is this like dichotomy of it has the richest and also the poorest people like living right next to each other all the time.
I mean that
Wow.
yeah, but what
Well,
makes it
why-
so bad is that they're shrinking. They're destroying the middle class. There's
Yeah.
no middle anymore.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you don't ever see
What
like
job
someone
could you
making, like,
possibly
40K a year.
have that it makes sense to live in? It has to be just like, I don't know, I guess your crazy family money or something.
Something in tech,
Oil tycoon.
family, something in tech, big pharma. I mean,
Maybe you invented Dubai chocolates.
I'm sure these people are splitting rent
that
with
stuff.
someone.
That too. You could get 8-9 assholes to a building. And it's like, oh, I only spend
Yeah, maybe
$1,000 a
there's
month.
10 Koreans in here. 24 Koreans sharing this apartment.
As they stuff all the illegals in the Bronx and Brooklyn,
They're sleeping
like
in
all
drawers.
of the colored areas of the outer boroughs.
I don't want to schedule a tour. No, no.
That being said, we do want to see this apartment.
No, I've seen it.
It's
not. I don't even like the way it's decorated. It's not homey or cozy. It's like too modern, too many edges.
See, that apartment right there, like that for that price. Those are the people who are ordering the pad thai that the illegals they're stuffing in the outer boroughs.
Wow.
Have to come and deliver. That's what they're doing.
That's a heated towel rack there, I think.
Is that a heated towel rack?
Or maybe
it is because it's plug. Yeah, see the plug on the bottom. Oh my god, that looks like one of those like sonic showers or some shit. Like
I'd be like hanging off it. Like, is that what this is for? Stretch before my shower.
God.
And I'd be like, what is this little chair for? So someone can watch.
And
I'm unfamiliar with nice things.
And to think that Zoran is selling this notion of, well, we're going to make the city more affordable.
Yeah. What are we going to turn this apartment and make it $1,000 a month?
Yeah. Okay. Like you're not building. First off, De Blasio was the one who started this decline with the when he was messing around with the whole zoning laws in New York City.
Oh.
Okay. That's how you end up with some new construction, brutalist looking, postmodern, demonic looking thing in the middle of a bunch of pre-war buildings.
Wow.
Like, and that's real. And that's real. Like you go, like ride through Empire Boulevard in Brooklyn or Linden Boulevard in Brooklyn, and like you'll see that. You'll see they stick out like a sore thumb. It's like you'll have like brownstone, and then this weird thing that looks like that looks like an Avalon property.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
now I know where this is. So this is above Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
Yeah, like right above Greenpoint. Like the Pulaski Bridge is right there.
I almost moved to Greenpoint. Instead, I did 2 different apartments in Williamsburg. Well, they say Williamsburg. It was really like Bushwick.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
You know what's crazy? I played soccer at one of these at Sternberg Park. You know Sternberg Park?
Sounds Jewish.
It's right off of the Lorimer Street stop on the J.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, the neighborhood is very Jewish. But I played ball there a couple of years ago, and it was a lot of fun. Got my first yellow card out there.
Wow.
Because I screamed at the ref because he's a fucking retard.
That's fun. I always forget people do sports in the city.
I used to live in Brownsville.
I one time fell asleep on the train and ended up at Brownsville. Scariest moment of my life.
What stop?
I don't remember. It was literally the end of one of the lines. It was like the last stop somewhere.
Was it numbered? Was it the numbered line?
It might have been a letter. God, it was a long time ago.
Okay. Because
I blocked it out.
I used to live in Brownsville, and like all the illegals that are delivering to the $13,000 a month apartments, it's even higher. God, I said 11,000, 13. They're stuffing them out there. There's like three homeless shelters. That's what they're doing. Oh, they're doing this, right? They're putting them all in the homeless shelters and throwing people who were there, like families and stuff, like women and children shelters. They're throwing them out so they can put the illegals in, and they're still doing it.
And where do those people go?
They don't care. They don't know. They don't know, and they don't care. Wow. But Zoran's like trying to sell people on this affordably. So what do? The only thing that communists do is, oh, well, we're just going to offer fast and free buses. Buses should be fast and free, even if they're still sitting in traffic.
Buses should not be fast, because when you're on a bus, being on the bus is part of your day. You see stuff, you talk to people. You don't really want to go where you're going anyway, because you're going to work. And no, I've taken many a bus. It's the buses shouldn't be fast.
Yeah, you want even more proof of that? Why buses shouldn't be fast? Ride a fucking dollar van. Ride a dollar van on Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn. Yeah.
What's a dollar van?
So, and they have these in Jamaica, Queens also. They have this out in Queens. Dollar vans are private buses, right?
It's like an Uber pool?
Kind of, sort of. But like they would charge you $1 or in some cases $2 to essentially they would run right along. So like on Flatbush Avenue, the line is the B41 bus. They would run along the B41's route and pick up like any overflow, like anybody who couldn't fit, because everybody's trying to get on a B41. They can't fit on the bus.
I hear there's better music on the B52 bus. Log it, Matt.
So they'll ride along the route and pick up like anybody that the B40 that the bus can't get. But the thing is, those buses go fast. And I've seen a couple of occasions where they flip over.
Oh no.
And then the guy who's driving the bus, he's not licensed. Some of them ain't even licensed to drive them.
Oh, like the illegal truck driver.
Yeah. Like I remember, I'll never forget this one video that I saw years ago where the guy had like flipped the dollar van on its side and then ran off. Because he
lived and got out somehow. Wow.
Yeah. No, with people still on the bus. People were still on it. And he like the guy just bailed.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Not going to help them out of their seatbelts or
nothing.
Open the door.
Nothing. He was like, fuck this, I'm out. Because I guess he didn't want to get picked up by ICE or something.
Yeah, probably.
Because it ain't just Mexican. You know, it ain't just Mexican getting picked up. Speaking of which, they just found a cop who had overstayed his visa. He was originally from Croatia.
A Croatian
cop, a Croatian who overstayed his his like tourist visa or something. And he was in the country illegally for 10 years, became a police officer.
Wow.
Right outside of Chicago. Yeah.
Was he good at his job?
I don't no, he had just graduated the academy.
Oh wow.
He had just graduated the academy and they picked him up. They picked him up I think today or yesterday.
He's like, "You know what? Use my handcuffs." I just got them. Damn it.
but like so that's a glimpse, but that's dollar vans. That's dollar vans. It's a crazy thing, and you shouldn't go fast. But what makes it even, what really angers me about Zoran is that this guy knows he has no jurisdiction to offer free buses. The state of New York runs New York City Transit. The state, they run MTA.
It's the biggest subway and mass transit in the country, isn't it?
In the country, yeah. It's the oldest and largest subway system in the country. And bus networks, right, is the largest. But the state runs that. The state of New York runs that. State of New York runs Metro North and Long Island Railroad, right? What authority would you, as the mayor of New York City, have to offer something that only the state is able to even sign off?
He's not going to create a new line of buses.
No, of course not.
The Zobus.
The Zobus. I like that one.
He does have a good font. I'm trying to think like what his appeal is. I'm like, okay, his font is aesthetically pleasing. He's like kind of attractive for whatever he is.
33. He's 33 years old. He is a Ugandan. He's originally Ugandan, but his parents are like of Indian descent or something. Like they moved to Uganda.
He seems Indian.
Mommy is a filmmaker, okay, and daddy is a professor at Columbia.
Okay, so family money, doing
family
well,
money,
very elite.
Yeah, like he's your typical commie elite, right? He's your typical communist. Like think about it. Zoran's family were physicians. Not Zoran. Mao Zedong. His dad was a doctor in China. Okay. Adolf Hitler's parents were rich. Okay.
They should have helped him get into art school.
Exactly. Would have saved about 6 million
saved us
lives. You
all
know,
a
that
lot of
whole
trouble.
conflict in World War II between 1939 and 1945.
Wouldn't have so many guilty Germans now.
He wouldn't have had to run down to Argentina for all those years after. Anyway, allegedly.
It's water under the bridge.
Water. There you go. But the point is, this is. I mean, Karl Marx himself was a spoiled fucking animal. I mean, he was basically Friedrich Engels was his sugar daddy, basically. I'm serious. Like this is how it is. It's like
it's a luxury to have these ideas.
Exactly. So Zoran comes from money. The lady he married is an artist who's got more money than him.
Wow.
So we've already got like a John Kerry action going. Okay. Because he married Teresa Hines, and then
right.
the ketchup
all the
lady.
ketchup he could eat,
right? But that's what you've got. Like it's a rich asshole. Just a snot nosed kid, hasn't even been an American citizen for 10 years yet.
Hasn't ridden the buses that we've ridden.
Right, won't ride any of the buses they ride.
There's a clip of Zoran and I think Cuomo. I think I sent that to you. And Zoran was trying to give Cuomo flack for the breaking Zoran. This one right here.
Oh, God.
Breaking Zoran Mamdani declares Cuomo not qualified to be mayor of New York City because Cuomo refused to visit a Muslim mosque. I mean, are there any other kinds of mosques? He had over 10 years. He couldn't name a single mosque that he visited. Muslims want equality and respect. Really, that's what equality and respect is? The mayor, your mayor has to go to your place of worship? Who gives a fuck about that? Name a single mosque you went to in your governor. Okay, let's play the clip. What a loser.
Him to set foot in a mosque. He had more than 10 years, and he couldn't name a single mosque at the last debate we had that he visited. And what Muslims want in this city is what every community wants and deserves. They want equality, and they want respect. And it took me to get you to even see those Muslims as part of this city. And that, frankly, is something that is shameful,
going for the
and is why so many New Yorkers...
Is he going for like just the? Well, no, he's going for like the white ally vote, I guess.
That is his largest voter base. That is Zoran's voter base, is the white ally vote. Okay, the ones who live in Bushwick,
Hamptons,
Williamsburg, the Hamptons, the Upper East Side of Manhattan, the Park Slope voters, the Carroll Gardens voters. He's going for that crowd. And what's crazy, like the Bed-Stuy hipsters, okay?
Wow.
The ones who the Fort Greene hipsters, the one that brunch on Myrtle Avenue. He's going for those.
Wow,
okay.
I forgot about all these neighborhoods.
And what upsets me is that this guy, first off, Zoran's base of support has already it's peaked. Nobody wants to vote for this guy.
I think he's got like 60-something% right now.
Polls, I don't. The only poll that matters is the one at the ballot box. Okay, because you can get polls to say a lot of things.
True.
The one thing that gets me about this thing is that essentially the media is trying to act like this is a 2-person race and not a 3-person race.
Yeah, they don't. Poor Curtis. He doesn't get enough.
I interviewed Curtis. We interviewed Curtis. Me and my co-host.
He's awesome. What a great guy.
What upsets me about Curtis is that everybody's basically just writing him off completely.
Yeah, because he doesn't have enough money.
Not even that he don't have enough money. It's that they're just like, well, you ran before and you couldn't beat Eric Adams. And I'm like, well, let me say this, post-COVID, nobody was really voting for Republicans because any Republican at that point, they were associating with Trump. Because COVID, Trump, everybody's burnt out because everybody's trying to figure out, pick up their lives. And so, and everybody's like, propagandized to hell
Yeah.
and back. So no Republican was going to win in 2020 or in 2021 in this case. But now here we are, 2025. Democrats have made a mess of everything. You've got Democrats on the national and even on the state level, Tish James, getting busted for the same shit they were trying to prosecute Trump for.
I want to get to that. Let's play the rest of this clip.
We are. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm
lost
so
faith
excited to
in
talk
this
about
politics.
Latino
Yeah,
games.
except, that's
as
totally
a-
false. I
as
worked
a-
with the Muslim community for many
Name
years.
a single mosque you went to when you were the governor. Can you name a single mosque you went to in 10 years?
Before you were ever here. They were
Before I was here.
Before you were even in state government, I worked with
Okay.
the Muslim community.
Yeah.
Imams presided over state of the states. We worked in religious working groups,
couldn't
tolerance
visit a
groups,
Look at this.
anti-Semitic
Hold on, pause
groups.
it. Look at this
All right, so-
shitty
The
sign language lady. Like, I feel like she's in cahoots. Like,
Yeah.
look at him going like, she's giving sass and tood to what Cuomo's saying.
But this is what I don't like. That duper's delight look.
Ew.
That duper's delight look on Zoran's face. Like, if you believe me, you deserve what the fuck's gonna happen to you next year.
Duper's delight.
It's duper's delight. Like that fake fucking smile. It's like come on, you
the
gotta believe
Botox
me.
forehead. Yeah.
He's too young for Botox.
too
He's
young and
33.
You're never too young for Botox.
Oh shit.
He's too manicured. No, this is what happens. All the journalists, anybody really, like a lot of these politicians, anyone like really on camera, they're all getting it.
Everybody. The thing about Zoran again is he's 33 years old. He is promising the world. Can't ever explain how he's going to get to where he's going to do it, how much anything costs.
He's just full of shit, basically.
Yeah, he's what my wife described as he is hope bombing.
Yes,
He's hope
like love bombing.
Yeah, like love. Yeah, you've got love bombing. You've got hope bombing.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is hope bombing voters. Please go follow my wife, the notorious CRC. She's awesome. Anyways.
Aw.
But no, it's like I don't understand how people can look at a guy like Zoran and be like, I want to vote for him.
It's just the package. It's just like, oh, he's brown and well spoken and well, he's very
brown.
He's brown and he's condescending. All my favorite things.
Right. He's just like me in HR, but
Well, I'm not brown, and I feel very bad about that. But he's brown enough for the both of us.
right.
He's diverse, but I feel like I could invite him to brunch, and he wouldn't scare my
exactly.
friends.
Exactly. And what upset, and here's the thing that really gets me about Zoran. Zoran is a bigger piece of shit than a lot of people even realize. Cuomo went to a mosque last month, okay, and was heckled the entire time he was there by one of Zoran's people.
Because they couldn't let him be there.
Yeah. So you heckle him for being there just to go here and be like, you've never visited a mosque. Believe me.
And he was like, bitch, I tried.
Exactly. Like I think I shared the video a few weeks, like a week, like a couple weeks ago, but it was so disgusting to me because it's like, again, this is the guy you want leading New York City.
Ugh.
This is the guy. He's gonna like. I don't know, man. It's just when I see a communist, it's one of the reasons I'm actually glad I got out of New York City. Aside from the other thing that we'll talk about later, it's to watch New York become this place that's devoid of life. All the small businesses hurting the way, like leaving, getting liquidated. There's very little, like when I first moved up here to New York, I love the fact that there were no Walmarts.
Mm-hmm.
The town scene, like this city, like New York City seemed very small business friendly.
Yeah.
And right now it's like I would say over the last 5 years, anything but. Targets everywhere.
All chains, like probably just the smoothie chains remain, and like Starbucks and Dunkin'.
It's just, yeah, like trying to find a decent local donut anymore is, like how can anybody even, again, like small businesses cannot afford the rents. They're God, what was that? I'm trying to remember something I'd heard of. No, it's so, the rents are so stupid in New York that even bigger businesses are like, we're out.
Mm-hmm.
Give you a case in point.
One might say they're too damn high.
The rent's too damn high. I'll give you a perfect Samsung. They used to have this like showcase place in the meatpacking district. Samsung 837. Samsung, like the place was actually popular. Like people went there. They went there for phones. They went there to like look at kitchen stuff. You want to see a $10,000 TV, you can go there and get it, right? Or go there to look at it. And they would set up like they would make the arrangements because they didn't sell anything there at first. And so they had a deal where it was $20 million for 3 years. Like 3 million, like 20 million for 3 years.
Wow.
Last year, whoever the landlord was like, okay, we want $20 million for 1 year.
Probably because they had to cut a deal coming out of COVID, right? Because everything was, I thought rents would be much cheaper than they were. Right. I remember looking at like in 2021, I'd be like, why is everything still so high?
Yeah.
Like the city was in shambles. But so now it's 20 million for 1 year.
20 million for 1 year. Guess what Samsung did?
Just was like, bye.
Bye. Deuces, we out. And what's insane is that there are like the meatpacking district is one of the more
bougie.
It's bougie. It's one of the bougiest.
It's like Soho. It's what else is nice?
It's Soho. With a view of the river. With a view of the Hudson. And you've got Genesis House down there. You've got like a Breitling store. You've got what is that? An Apple store down there. You've got a gigantic, expensive, like the Starbucks Reserve place is down there.
Oh wow!
Their flagship.
I don't understand the Starbucks Reserve. It's like a Starbucks restaurant. But then you look in there and you're like, I don't want to drink coffee next to any of these friggin' people.
It's crazy because me and my wife did just that a few weeks ago. we went on a lunch date right before I went to, no matter of fact, it was over the summer. We went on a lunch date we went right before I went to work, and we went there because she had never been there, and I took her to get like this really expensive coffee, and they were talking about
How much was the coffee?
The drinks themselves were like maybe $6-7, but the bag of beans, which I was more interested in getting, the bag of beans was like this cognac barrel aged beans and stuff, and they wanted like $40 for an 8-ounce fucking bag. Whew. $40 for an 8-ounce bag. I'm like, bitch, this is not Jamaica Blue Mountain. Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee, you can get $40 for a full pound.
And the pound size, that's like the standard coffee bag size.
Right. It's a standard pound. You want me to spend 40 some dollars on half a pound of coffee. That's not from Jamaica. Nah, you good.
Wow.
You good. Like, nah, I don't need that. And so, but I will say this. If you're gonna buy it, if you're gonna have we drank the coffee, it was like we had like these cold brews, and I'm already feeling like my manhood like draining out little by little because I'm drinking like a fucking cold brew. Like coffee is supposed to be hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it's supposed to burn your throat.
Right, exactly.
Before you go to work.
Exactly.
The way God intended. Yeah.
Right. But like, for goodness sake, man, like, but no, like, it was a great cup of coffee. It was. I'll say that it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. But $40 for an 8-ounce bag, nah, I'm good.
Ugh, that's just a lot of tourists in there.
Oh, of course, because you have to go because if you're coming from out of town, And if you're coming from from someplace and you've never seen a Starbucks Reserve, and you gotta come and see like the Starbucks. It's like a fucking amusement park when you
Yeah.
go in there. It's
It's like 2 floors, right?
3.
Woo!
Yeah.
I've only walked by and judged it. I've never been in.
It's on 9th Avenue. It's on 9th Avenue, and it's like right below Chelsea Market.
Okay.
And Chelsea Market is bougie as it is.
That's like a Whole Foods type situation.
Eh,
Like price wise.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's expensive shit in at Chelsea Market. It's like,
I've been there in years.
oh man, I haven't. Oh my god, when was the last time I was there? But anyways, the point is that Starbucks is like it's like a bougie amusement park.
They have like a Starbucks mermaid sculpture.
Is that? No, that's not it. No, that's there. That
It's like a high end restaurant.
Oh, it is.
But it's
Like I said, it's an amusement park for coffee. Yeah,
Wow.
that's it. That's it right there. And they've got all sorts of brew methods. They've got
Oh my god, yeah. Look.
yeah.
Oh, watch it drip out of something from the ceiling. No, that's just a leak. That's just the plumbing upstairs. It's a brown liquid. It's different.
The drop like why is the drop ceiling brown? That's not black mold.
Yeah, that's a different kind of cold brew.
Yeah, exactly. But they're very nice there. And the guy that comes up to me, he's like, I want to quote y'all a poem. He gave us a poem like right on the spot.
The barista?
Like, yeah, I can't remember
I
his
wouldn't have
name.
patience for that. I'd be like, I don't want your
Because we had,
player.
but I guess he had just sensed this. It's like I have a poem that I want to share with you, and I can't remember the poem but it was so nice, and essentially it was like praising me and my wife for being in love and all
Aw.
that, and I actually tipped him like I gave him a little bit of money because it was a
Wow.
very nice poem.
He
I will
knows
say
that's
this.
the poem that gets the dollars.
I think he did it off the dome.
Wow.
I think he just yeah. That's the basement
bar.
of it.
Okay.
That's the basement of it. And then Arriviamo bar is the one right up there. So like so that's where you get
Can
like
you get
your
liquor
alcohol.
here?
You
Okay.
can.
Okay.
You can get the liquor and food and all.
Oh,
Yeah.
that croissant. Okay.
Yeah. That place is all of it. You hear me? All of it. I like. It's
I hate
definitely.
the aesthetic, but like, oh, that croissant looked good.
They roast all the beans there and shit. Like it's really nice. But what's crazy?
They should have a stand-up comedian there roasting people as they come in. Be like, time to get roasted with the Starbucks comedian.
You're
I
the
would like
comedian.
I'll be the Starbucks comedian.
Right. That would be
Way to make it corny. and
Starbucks.
downgrade.
Starbucks like Howard
If
Howard
you're
Schultz.
watching.
If you're watching, hire this lady.
Let me be the roaster.
Exactly. the roaster.
roast master.
The roast master of the roastery. Dude.
Just drink coffee
It's a
all
business.
day. Make fun of people.
This is a great idea.
I'll get fired on my first day for being racist. I'm like, these beans are a little too brown. I feel unsafe.
You need to leave. What's funny?
If these beans were any browner, they'd be looting a Target.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
So what's crazy is that there's actually a very nice British market in like down the street called Myers and Keswick.
Ooh.
And they do like all of the like British meat pies and stuff. Really good. Really nice place down there. I love
cool.
this place. I
Don't
love
make
the
me
meat pie.
want to go to New York City.
Well, it's
Isaiah, I have written it off.
listen,
The crime is bad.
the meatpacking district, listen, if you go there, you get a nice cup of coffee, okay? You get a steak and ale pie at Myers and Keswick, and you watch Lululemon get looted. I mean,
Heck, join in on the looting yourself.
exactly. Up to $750, which would be what, one pair of yoga
I
pants
could use it.
and a mat.
Yeah.
You know,
Nobody's stealing yoga mats from there. They're just like, no, let me take a bougie hoodie and the pants. I mean, I've never bought anything from there because it's really expensive, but I'm told that if you bend over, no one can see your underwear. What's the fun in that? That's the whole point of yoga pants. That's why anyone buys them.
Oh my God. I love. Wait a minute. Yep. See, look at that. Look at the
Blue
bottom.
Mountain.
The bottom left corner.
Whoa.
$40 for a half pound of coffee.
It's also
Wow.
$35 for a sweatshirt. You can see on the register thing here.
That almost I don't know. That makes sense. I feel like that's
Insane.
clothes.
Again, you can get $40 for a whole pound of coffee, a whole pound of Jamaica Blue Mountain. Okay,
Is that like the best?
Jamaica Blue. Oh boy.
We're talking about coffee like it's crack cocaine.
So, my wife will get a kick out of this. Kareen is Jamaican. Okay, Jamaican by birth. She emigrated over here. Her parents brought her over here when she was like 6 or 7. And Jamaica Blue Mountain is like some of the best coffee you can buy. Jamaica, I went to Jamaica last year. My first time actually my second time going to Jamaica, but my first time like spending a few days down there. Okay. And I had a blast. I loved it. It was a great
I went
time.
once in college for spring break. We probably had very similar experiences.
So
You went to there's the foam party, the jet ski guy that tries to give you weed.
oh, where was that?
I forget what hotel.
That had to been like Ocho Rios, like
Yeah.
in the tourist area.
Oh yeah.
We was in Kingston, baby. We were we were
yeah, we were in
the
the Grill.
suburbs.
That's where we went,
In the Grill. Okay,
Yeah.
we were in the suburbs. We were in the suburbs of Kingston,
Where people live. Yeah.
where people live at. We went to a couple of like really nice. We went to like this one event called oh God,
I bet
I'm
the food
gonna
was
say
so
this
good.
wrong.
The food was so good there. Even like the person selling food on the beach was like the best thing
Yeah.
I've ever eaten.
Jerk pork on the side of the road.
Ugh.
Jerk pork on the side of the road was fantastic. But so what I'm trying to tell you is Jamaica is a tropical island, obviously, but very hilly.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how people drive. It's like a death trap every road. It's like
we were
and they
in a
zoom
bus.
around.
We were in a bus. We rented a bus that took us to like Boston Beach, which is all the way on the eastern side of the eastern coast of the island. And this guy, we were riding in this bus, and the bus was stick shift.
Oh no.
The bus was stick shift, and he's whipping this thing around like it's a fucking Audi. I couldn't believe it. Like I'm looking at, like, I told Kareen, I was like, yo, this dude is nice with it. Like I would hire him to drive here in New York City. Okay,
Wow. He'd be a good cab driver.
But anyways, so the coffee, the quality of the coffee in Jamaica is top notch. Okay. And you can get you get like decent coffee.
Did you visit the Blue Mountain itself?
I did not.
Is
but
there a Blue Mountain?
there is, there it's like a region, but she's got like connections to
Ooh.
get to get this
Coffee
coffee.
connections.
Yeah, coffee connections, yeah. So that's how I know that you could get 40. Now here's the thing about Jamaica Blue Mountain. It is very potent.
Okay, I would hate it.
It's a very potent coffee. Like, even though it's like you roast it like medium or light, but it's like
It like gets you going.
like it'll just hit you, man. Like it's if you drink it straight, it'll be just like,
Wow.
man, it'll have you going. What a lot of people will do is, and even my wife does this sometimes, she'll cut it, like she'll no, like she'll put like a little bit of Jamaica Blue Mountain in with
Fentanyl.
no, the Blue Mountain coffee is the fentanyl. but no, but what she'll do is she'll like put it in with like some other coffee. And
Like Dunkin' Donuts.
yeah, well,
Cut
not,
it.
not Dunkin'. But no, like, but she'll
You don't like
grind it up.
Dunkin'? It's probably garbage water, but it's just what I drink all the time
Well,
because I'm brand loyalist.
Dunkin', my dad likes Dunkin' Donuts.
It's a dad coffee.
It's a dad coffee. I mean,
It is.
And what's crazy is my wife likes their midnight roast.
Oh,
She loves their midnight roast.
should
It's like
try that.
it's like and it's not a bad coffee. It's not. It's obviously not my first choice because I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to coffee. But she loves it. She loves that stuff. So
I've never had it like good coffee, so I don't even know the difference.
I can.
I just know
I
the
can-
people's names who work there, and I'm very connected to them now. They let me bring the dogs in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's just crazy because, oh boy, so married life has been great.
You've been married only
2 months.
2 months.
2 months. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, almost 3.
Newlywed.
No, actually, no. It is 3. It's 3 months because legally we got married on July 11th. So we're, what is it, the 16th? Is the 16th now?
So,
Yeah.
almost.
Almost. Okay, so we're almost, yeah. So we're like 3 months legally in, but we had our ceremony on the 26th, and Adam was in it. He was our photographer.
Adam Coleman.
Yo, shout to Adam. Shout to his beautiful wife Michelle. I love y'all.
They're such
Y'all
a
are great.
cute couple. I love them.
They are. Like, I think a hashtag couple goal is to like go with them to like one of those their Europe trips. They do Europe like
fancy.
every year. But we were this is a tough one because there's a saying that a lot of times a girl's first bully is her mother.
Ooh.
And that unfortunately had been the case. Right, like we had a really nice ceremony. Okay. It was Kareen's idea to have like the ceremony in Maryland, okay, at the church I grew up in as a kid.
Aw.
And it was meant to be like this kind of halfway point between her family down in Florida and my family that were already in Maryland. And my family loves my wife. Absolutely loves her. My nieces and nephews basically all mobbed her as soon as they saw her.
Aw.
I got a picture that I'll show you of my baby niece like grabbing her leg, just like like giving her a big old hug. I mean, she's only 6, but she's like giving her this hug, like I got my auntie. It's like that
That's really
just
sweet.
yeah, that gets me every time when I see it. I'll show it to you. But yeah, it was this great time.
Does she have any kids?
No,
Okay.
Kareen doesn't have any kids. I don't have any kids either. I have 7 indirect
Nieces.
children.
Yeah.
I call my nieces and nephews are indirect
Yeah.
because I'm not I was not involved in the making of these kids.
But you watched. Okay. I did watch.
I watched them grow up.
I was there.
I watched
Yeah.
them grow up.
Do you see them often?
Not as often as I'd like, although my first nephew and my first niece are coming up Sunday. They're coming up this weekend, and I can't wait to give them hugs and kisses and all that. I love them. My oldest nephew is 15. And in fact, he'll be 16. He'll be 16 next week, and then Lydia, my firstborn niece, is 11.
Oh.
She's the one that's like almost taller than my
Wow.
wife now. But what's insane is that we're at a point now where like you ever just watch a narcissist like crash out?
Oh yeah, I've dated some.
And
And you don't know, like, while you're in it, because when you're in it, you're like, oh, it's like the frog in the water.
Yeah. And then as soon as it
There's some
hits,
distance. You're like, oh, wow.
yeah. So that's what happened. We had like this really nice ceremony, and the reception is when things just went nuts.
Whoa.
Yeah, the reception really.
Usually they wait till, like, after the wedding.
Well, after the wedding is when things got worse. Okay.
I mean, like, after the reception, after, like, the dust has settled on
Yeah.
the being newlywed.
But even then, because like we were initially, like we were going to stay in the Bronx for a while. Okay. And then unfortunately, because of a situation that took place 2 weeks after we left. I'm sorry, 2 weeks after we got married. Sorry, speaking wrong. We ended up having to come up here. Okay, we had to leave the city. And essentially it's because of a falling out that my wife had with her own family.
Wow.
And it upsets me. I don't want to go in too great detail, but let's just say that the people you're supposed to have on your team, the people you're supposed to be like, we're supposed to celebrate you no matter what.
Yeah. Understand. Give you grace.
Give you
be
grace.
there for you.
Right. Were not. Not only were they not there, they became antagonists.
Did they have an issue with you, or it's just like, did you pull her away from them, and they were used to like a lot of access, or
They were used to a lot of access. I mean, to the point where, in the house that they live in, like Kareen had like the whole second floor of the place, and there were times that basically her family member would just walk upstairs. No, like didn't care who
no
was up there.
regard of like,
No
yeah,
regard.
You're a married couple. You're like
Right. No
trying to start your
regard,
own
no
life.
boundaries. And then when when I was up there, because again, we had the whole second floor, family member tries to come up, and I'm like, listen, I gotta put on a fucking shirt. You're not gonna you gotta
dick out.
Exactly. Right.
It's the weekend.
What, exactly. Why do you want to see it? Why do you want to see it? I'm not gonna fuck you with it. But
Hold on, let me shave first. Okay. Put on my good boxers.
But yeah, it's like no regard for boundaries, no regard for even when I'm trying to be respectful of, because that was the whole thing. It's like you're this family member, and I'm not going to I'm not going to disrespect. Right,
yeah.
I'm trying to be respectful. Okay, and you get mad at me, and the only problem is this family member got upset because all they could think about was access, control. You're impeding my control over whatever.
Yes, sorry.
And so,
once you get married, you guys are one flesh, and you're the leader. The man is you're leading this new family now. But like when you're living in the same, sometimes people don't understand that. But,
exactly. And so,
yeah.
And so 2 weeks after, 2 weeks after we got married, after that ceremony, and the battle of the cake stand happens. Well, no, the battle of the cake stand happens at like the night before the ceremony. And so that's what caused the crash out. And like this family member tells us basically that we're on our own, and don't like we are a pro Jamaican family, and we and we stand on this, and and we are a social justice family. That's that's what the family member said. Yeah.
What does that even mean?
It was a dig at me.
Oh, because
and probably a dig at my family
voted for
because
Trump?
Yeah, because I voted for Trump, and I guess my family, who are also conservative, but I was the only member of my family who didn't vote for Trump in 2016 and 2020. and then I end up the third time's a charm.
So
you
your
know,
family
24.
must have been happy you came around. Did they see that video?
Oh, ecstatic. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if they saw it, but they're very happy that I came back because, you know, I'm gonna talk about that for a second because I really saw some of the nastiness of the left right after I voted for for Hillary Clinton in 2016. I'll never forget this guy by the name of Chauncey DeVega. He goes by on Twitter. He asked me one time, because I was telling people like I was the only member of my family who didn't vote for Trump. And he asked me directly, he goes, are you prepared to disown your family? And I was like, what? Why would I disown my family for voting for Trump? Because I voted for someone differently than they did. That's not going to happen. I've got nieces and nephews at this point.
It's a disservice to you. You're losing your network. You're losing your support system.
Exactly.
But they not only condoned it, they promoted it. Like, why do you want to be more alone in your life? How is that good?
Because these people, again, they're anti-family.
Mm-hmm.
If they can pull you away from your familial ties and they drain and then they empty you of the consciousness that binds you to your family,
They can mold you into whatever they want.
Exactly. They can mold you into whatever they want. They can fill you with their consciousness, is what they call critical consciousness. And you basically become a cog. You know? And I wasn't willing to do that. I'm an uncle at this point, a couple times over.
One could say you were a Tkts. They became upset that they couldn't get your cog.
Well, that's usually the thing
Matt
about
liked that one.
that's usually the thing about white leftists. They're very upset when they can't get a black man's cog.
They love black cog.
They love black cog. Yes.
Oh, can we title the episode that? Please. Can't get enough
They
black
can't get enough
cog.
of black cog. Look at Don Lemon, that fucking guy.
He's the biggest black cog.
Ugh.
So careful with my words.
Well, his
Yeah.
white husband likes it.
That's
so.
true.
His white husband thinks he likes his black cog. Anyways, but no, I was never going to abandon. I'm not one of these guys, right, who will abandon a relationship over political views. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of these. Even when I was,
Yeah.
I love my parents. I love my brothers. Okay, I don't wish any ill will. I'm the oldest of 5. Okay, I have four younger brothers. I'm not gonna wish anything bad on them because of who they voted for, and vice versa. My parents stayed praying for me.
Wow. But it's part of that dehumanizing process,
Yeah.
right? In their mind, it's not even a possibility that you could convert your family to Democrat voters. That's not even a thought. They're like, no, you're tainted. So you have to be cut off.
Exactly. And again, it's I didn't want to be, I guess there's a thing about having fundamental differences with people and not letting that break you. Okay. And not letting that relationship break you. As opposed to now, if you think anywhere out of the orthodox of them, they want you gone. They want your family gone. They're ready to exterminate your entire fucking bloodline if you don't think and act and do and believe as they do. You can't share a country with people like that. You can't. And I'm not saying that as someone who wants a scenario like that, except for communists. The commies, no. Commies
Maybe could they just all go to New York City and then we could sort of sever the the island, push it out into the water.
Yeah, no, you know where they can live? They can all live on that fucking plastic island out in the Pacific that's allegedly floating around
What about Roosevelt Island? Push that.
Oh,
through.
that's just mean. That's just mean.
I've never been.
One of the brother islands in the East River. Anyways, no, like, I don't, like, if I have a minor disagreement with you, or even if you have, you know, fundamental differences, I'm not one of these people that's like, I don't want to have anything to do with you. People, but what I noticed from the left is that when they found out that I voted for Trump last year, when coworkers and other like family members found out that I had voted for Trump last year, all the other years that I was a loyal Democrat,
none of it matters.
Gone right out the window.
And you work in a pretty liberal company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all of that went away. And I even had one friend who is my best work friend. He had cut me off when he found out I voted for Trump, but then ended up coming back to me. He was working at my location one day, and he pulls me off to this. He's walking towards me on his lunch break, and he walks up to me and he goes, "I'm sorry, I unfriended you."
Wow. Did you know that he unfriended you?
I did, and he's talking to me, and then we go behind a.
It took balls for him to say that to you.
It did, and honestly, I give him so much credit. He apologized to me. He's like, "Listen, I know who you were. You've always been nice to me. You've never given me any problem. Like, I know who you are. I'm just afraid, you know, I'm seeing what's happening right now, and I'm like, listen, I said, I forgive you. I told him I love you. He's a great guy. And, you know, I could I could tell his heart, he was one of these people that really felt, he hates Trump. He's like, seriously, he seriously does not like him. Okay. For whatever reason. And
it's not just TDS.
It's TDS. It's TDS, but it's bad, right? He's a very sociable guy. He's also very emotional. I don't hold that against him, right? And he apologized to me, and I said it's not a problem. Told him I love you. I gave him a big old hug, and I'm like, listen, we gonna get through this, okay? I don't want to cut people off because of political differences, but I've had that happen with to me.
Yeah.
And
they don't think twice about it. Well, this guy did. Who knows if there's more? Maybe that again, it's the fear. Who knows how many of them are just falling in line and they know better. They're just so afraid. They're like, I'm going to lose my whole network. I'm going to have nobody.
Getting cast out of your out group, getting cast out of your in group is what terrifies these people. And here's how you can tell. Whenever they love saying this, right? A lot of white leftists like saying this to blacks and to other people of color. Okay. They'll go, well, they don't like you. You'll never be one of them. How could you go for them? How could you go over there? They'll get rid of you too.
What a weird thing to say.
Well, you're black. They're gonna deport you. Why are you being an Uncle Tom?
Wow.
Some of them have said some of these white ones have said well, why are you an Uncle Tom?
Because they're in charge of you and telling you what to do.
Exactly.
Knowing you and yeah.
It's those are the type of people I don't want to be anywhere around. You know what I mean? Those are the people I don't want to be around. Those are the ones who just are completely disrespectful. Get the fuck away from me. I don't like them.
The arrogance of thinking I know you, or I know what's best for your family. your whole group, your whole demographic is wild to me.
Yeah. But it's like they think this. They're like, well, they believe everything that all the racism that they project. Projection is such a big thing in like such a major component of leftism. I'll give you a prime. This is a great segue opportunity. John Bolton got indicted earlier today. Okay.
Breaking news, everyone.
John Bolton gets indicted today. 20 some counts. They're ringing him up under the Espionage Act.
Oh, I think we have that. Yeah, from the FBI.
There we go.
This is from what time is this from? The FBI's investigation revealed that John Bolton allegedly transmitted top secret information using personal online accounts and retained said documents in his house in direct violation of federal law. The case was based on meticulous work from dedicated career professionals at the FBI who did a good job, blah, blah, blah. Let's go to the other, I think it might be the other tweet or in that thread, or maybe it's a separate tweet where they go over exactly what he did. Like, kept documents in his house, like a ton of documents in his house, I think long after. According to the federal indictment, he not only stored thousands of pages of classified documents at his home long after his government employment ended, he regularly shared classified info with multiple uncleared individuals via unsecured Google, and even more embarrassingly, AOL email.
AOL, because he's fucking old.
Just like Dunkin' coffee is for dads, AOL is also for dads.
Right, yeah.
This is very Biden-esque.
Well, yeah, but understand something. For the past, 10 years?
Yeah.
Okay? At least the past 10 years.
Since Trump.
Since Trump first
ran.
hit the stage in since he came down the golden elevator, we have been dealing with people whose sole reason for living was getting Trump. Mm-hmm. Okay? Getting him, locking him up, getting him out, almost killing him in Butler, Pennsylvania. Okay? And then here we are, John Bolton, who's a neocon piece of shit, like you was a warmongering neocon like you wouldn't fucking believe. Okay? This guy has never met, this guy is in that same vein of like your Donald Rumsfelds. Okay?
But he looks like a walrus.
But no, he looks like Wilford Brimley on Ozempic. The diabetes guy. Yeah, he went to the next level, John Bolton did.
I don't have diabetes.
But this guy, this is something that they tried to get Trump on, and he's getting rung up on the exact. This is what happens when you dig a pit and you fall for someone else to fall in, and you fall in it yourself.
It's right. You said it's projection because they go, well, I have all these documents stored at my house like it's no big deal. Sure, and I know it's wrong. Surely Trump does too.
Yep, we all do it, right? That's the thing.
Wow. We know we can get him on that, and then the other topic we can now smoothly bring up. Were you going to say Ketanji Brown?
Yeah, we could talk about her, but no, the other thing I was going to talk about, but we can talk about that after this. The other thing is Tish James.
Yeah.
The Attorney General, the esteemed Attorney General of the state of New York.
Who, again, as part of the resistance, made it her whole goal, her whole life's goal was to get Trump, just threw everything at him to try to get him so he couldn't run. Tried to steal his money. Tried to steal 400, almost $500 million. Okay. Wow.
Because of a dispute of what his properties had been assessed at. Okay. Just all sorts of ridiculousness that and Tish James out here indicted last week for mortgage fraud on multiple properties. These people, again, projection is such a major issue for the left. It is part of their lifeblood. Projection and Darvo, always accusing people and of doing what they themselves are doing.
Wow. It's so obvious now.
It is. And again, you dug a pit for Trump to fall in. Now you're about to fall into it. That's not, and for the people out here, and I want to make this very clear. For the people out here saying, "Oh, it's a political," Trump's going after his political enemies, and this is authoritarianism.
Yeah.
Listen, motherfucker, Trump didn't tell John Bolton to violate the Espionage Act. If a grand jury indicted John Bolton for 28 counts, including stuff that he can get that he was rung up under the Espionage Act, he's fucking finished. No one told him to do that.
Yep.
No one told Letitia James, shout to ALX, no one told Tish James to go and commit mortgage fraud on not one, not two, but 3 properties here in New York and down in Virginia. No one told. Trump ain't tell Letitia James to commit mortgage fraud.
What's the point of mortgage fraud? You say your mortgage is less than it is, so they make it look like you are making less money than you're making.
Something like that. Yeah. Okay. Shout to Sam Antar, who was the one who first started digging into the finances. Sam Antar. Wow. A lot of people don't know who he is. Of Crazy Eddie, he was the one who worked for Crazy Eddie's, the old electronics store back in. What he did was he served time, right? Because he used to cook the books for Crazy Eddie's. Okay. And what he ended up doing now is he ended up doing forensic accounting and teaching the FBI how to do it, cool. how to crack cases and stuff. And Sam Antar's a good guy. I've met him on several occasions, consider him a friend. This guy first broke into the whole Tish James thing earlier this year, and it just kind of snowballed from there. But that's just one part of it.
Wow.
Tish James has a grandniece.
Right, you're telling me about this.
Yeah. So now, Attorney General is supposed to be above board, right? Like, you're the top police officer. You are the chief law enforcement officer of the state of New York.
Yeah, there's even clips of Letitia James saying, like, oh, no one's above the law.
No one's above the law, right?
The clips did not age well.
So, okay, so nobody's above the law. So why is your grandniece, why is your grandniece holed up in one of your properties?
Uh-oh.
Why is she running an OnlyFans account and had an X account with her ass in the air?
Oh, no, that she just deleted.
That was just deleted because once everybody found out about it and found out about her ties to the esteemed Attorney General of the state of New York.
And she's working out of one of her properties.
Working at one of these properties that's under investigation.
Oof. She's gonna have to scrub the ass juice out of that floor, out of them couches.
Oh, God.
And that takes a while.
Oh, but are you speaking from experience?
No, I've just the mother and a wife. I've just heard things from Matthew.
Hey, you know him under the bus. Oh shit. Oh, but Tish James's grandniece's account was scrubbed, obviously, because it's like
she deleted it herself.
Yeah,
right?
she deleted it herself. But it's like
the screenshots have been taken.
Right, the screenshots have been taken. The videos have been. Listen, the internet is forever. Everybody's gonna see Everybody's gonna see Letitia James's grandniece's ass in the air
forever.
Okay, they're gonna see her and whatever dude was in the background, they all holding money. They're like, yeah, nigga, we got all this going on. We got this money. We getting this money here.
Making it rain all over this property that isn't owned by us. Am I doing it right?
It's like, bro, like no, like if reading the room didn't exist, like that's what we're dealing with. And so again, another case of a Democrat digging a hole for Trump to fall into, because again, the whole thing was, we got to get Trump. We got to get Trump. And they end up falling into the hole that they dug for the.
It's a karma. It's a karma thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, why would you think to get him on that? Oh, because you are guilty of it. That's why. And you think, well, everyone must be.
I mean, it's like, but think of the other thing too, before we go into the last thing. Think of it this way. Think of how easily it flowed on, going back to Charlie Kirk for a second. Think of how easy it was for the left to try to say that Charlie Kirk's assassin killed him basically for not being too hateful, being too for not being right wing enough, not being.
I don't understand the logic behind that idea. Like they just really wanted to cling to the idea that he was a right wing assassin.
No, but I'll tell you why that is, because again, it's a projection. Who are the only ones throughout history who kill even political allies when they don't think they're going far enough?
Democrats.
Yeah, leftists. Leftists. They're the ones who kill you for not going far enough. They're the ones who, like I said earlier, they're the ones who will show up 50 deep at a Democrat's congressional office and do a die-in and all sorts of other ridiculousness because you didn't go far enough in their policy.
That's so true.
Okay.
I just don't think you're going to see an America for, I wouldn't even categorize American for, or a Groyper. I just don't see them. I guess that's what they were hoping for.
Well, again, they believe their own bullshit. They really believe, I'm dead serious. They believe their own bullshit. They think that, we do it, so they must do it.
Right.
The leftists don't talk to conservatives.
No,
they don't. They don't make any attempt to. They don't make any attempt to talk to anyone on the opposite aisle.
Right, because they cut them all out.
If you're seen, they already cut them out of their families and everything. If you are seen giving any type of conversation to one of their political enemies, they consider you the political enemy.
Right.
And they also consider it as capitulation.
What do we see at every rally, every video, anything that's viral? You see, they figure out who you are. They either shut up themselves or a handler comes over and says, "Don't talk to them. No talking to the press."
You see some old biddy in a yellow vest, walk over because if the protesters are getting paid $30 an hour, thank you, Alex Soros. If the protesters are getting paid $30 an hour, you got the handlers out here, the taskmaster, they're getting paid like $45.50, okay, to essentially shepherd the herd and keep any straggling sheep from getting taken back by reality. Yeah, that's how it is with these people. But
and they make a lot of money doing that.
They make a lot of money and they. It actually incenses me. Yeah. Regular people go to work every day.
Yeah, work real jobs when it's like you could just show up at a protest and
right
and not talk to press and just be a blue-haired body in a crowd.
Exactly. But at least oh my God. Where do I even begin when it comes to Ketanji Brown Jackson?
Yikes. I mean, the more I hear her talk, the more I can't believe she's in a position of power.
Same.
I just can't understand. So you sent me this clip of her. She was trying to explain. She was basically comparing black people with the disabled, like with a straight face.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll the clip. because you have to hear it. You have to hear it to believe it.
I had to listen to this like 10 times to like believe she was actually saying these words.
Yeah.
I guess I'm thinking of it, of the fact that remedial action, absent discriminatory intent, is really not a new idea in the civil rights laws. And my kind of paradigmatic example of this is something like the ADA. Congress passed the Americans with Disabilities Act against the backdrop of a world that was generally not accessible to people with disabilities. And so it was discriminatory in effect because these folks were not able to access these buildings. And it didn't matter whether the person who built the building or the person who owned the building intended for them to be exclusionary. That's irrelevant. Congress said the facilities have to be made equally open to people with disabilities if readily possible. I guess I don't understand why that's not what's happening here. The idea in Section 2 is that we are responding to current day manifestations of past and present decisions that disadvantage minorities and make it so that they don't have equal access to the voting system, right? They're disabled. In fact, we use the word disabled in Milligan. We say that's a way in which you see that these processes are not equally open.
Now, is she talking about black people in wheelchairs? Because there are ramps. I think she's talking about regular black people.
That was the most inarticulate and frankly elitist garbage I have ever heard. I had to listen to it twice to make sure. It was, I don't know if it was the leftover Novocaine from my dental surgery. Okay. I had just gotten a molar taken out that I broke on an oatmeal cookie. So I'm already feeling like a punk. Yeah.
Not even a chocolate chip cookie.
Not even a chocolate chip, a oatmeal cranberry cookie that I guess that I waited too long to eat and I broke that shit. It was just oof. So I don't know if it was a leftover Novocaine. I don't know if it was just me being in general pain, but I heard that twice and I'm like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. This is something I would expect out of a segregationist. That talk, referring to black people as essentially being disabled. So blackness automatically means, oh, we're disabled. We can't do anything. It's this is the ugliest form of the bigotry, the quote unquote soft bigotry of low expectations. And it's coming from a black woman
who has this amazing position, like never held before by a black woman.
I will never forget the fanfare that Democrats made for this woman. Okay, the fact that the way that activists, that pro-Democrat blacks were just all up in arms. They were happy that Grandpa Joe narrowed the playing field and only said, I will only select a black woman as my as my appointee for the Supreme Court. He said that shit, right? So,
how many were there to choose from, by the way?
There couldn't have been many. But the point is, so then you bring this woman here. She's got the exotic sounding name, okay? Because leftists, white liberals love black women with exotic sounding names.
They love a J in the first name.
They love a J. They love X. They love a African sounding name like a Berichi or something like that, right? They love those like exotic sounding names, which is how she ended up with a white husband. Yeah, she got a white husband.
Is that the Brown part or the Jackson part?
The Jackson part. Okay. And her husband is actually very, 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 very well connected in Democrat circles. But anyways, that's why I wrote what I wrote, because it's like, I would have expected, like I said,
Let's go back to Isaiah's tweet.
we'll go back to my post. And I said, well, I guess I'll say
I want to say it.
You want to say it? You want to say it? You want to say it? All right,
I
ahead.
don't want to say it.
Okay, I'll say it. I'll read it.
Let Matt say it. He's never said it in his life.
Oh, shoot.
He's only... He's Gen Z.
You want to...
I'm kidding.
Oh,
no,
no.
let's all say it together. No. All right, let's just one time yell it as loud as you can. Get it out of
I'm not falling for that.
So I said, niggers are remedial level retards who need the state to provide them the ability to elect other niggers is an inner monologue I would expect from Bull Connor or Kathy Hochul, not a black Supreme Court justice.
Or Dave Chappelle doing a character.
Exactly. That's Clayton Bixby shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But I said Kathy Hochul, if you remember last year, when Kathy Hochul said black kids in the South Bronx don't know what a computer is.
They don't know where the DMV is.
Right. Like that's the whole voter ID thing. They
Right.
reduce the one thing that's always bothered me about Democrats is they always reduce voting rights to intellect.
Yeah, because it's not about that. It's about getting illegals, as many illegals voting as possible, which means you have to do away with the IDs.
And yes, they have diluted the black vote with these illegals. And they know the Democrats know they were they've known all along.
That's
This was
why
the
they brought
plan.
them in, yeah.
That's why they were putting illegals in black neighborhoods. They're still doing it in New York City. That's why Danielle Carter, no relation, Danielle Carter over in Chicago with that whole Flip Chicago Red group, that they saw this shit happening out there because they were putting these illegals in the black neighborhoods, and the illegals were causing more trouble in black neighborhoods than they already were dealing with.
I like this Breitbart tweet. Ketanji Brown Jackson literally and directly compares black people not electing their preferred candidates to disabled people not
Exactly.
being able to enter buildings.
Exactly.
If you have the wrong opinion, you're disabled.
If you have the wrong opinion, you're disabled. If you have the wrong opinion, you are quote unquote dehumanized. You're not doing what we want you to do. So therefore, we're going to treat you like a fucking cripple.
I really can't wrap my mind around it. It's just...
And yet, if you vote Republican, if a black person votes Republican, the pro-Democrat black people are the first ones to line up and call you a coon, an Uncle Tom, a race traitor. They call you all sorts of foolishness. And my thing is this: how are you not the coon? And how are you not the Uncle Tom? Because you'll endure abuse like this. Pro-Democrat blacks will endure this type of shit from white liberals. And then as soon as election day roll around, they'll stand with them in the same line and vote for the Democrat, because that's all they know how to do.
Because it's too scary to...
It's too scary.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when Trump asked back in 2016, and he was like, "What the hell do you have to lose?
What are you getting from them at this
What
point?
are you getting? What do you have to lose?" And again, pro-Democrat blacks got. I'll give you a perfect example of why because this is unvarnished. Democrats thinking that blacks are retarded is something that they come by honestly. They come by it honestly. Because when you listen to people like Tiffany Cross and Joy Reid and the Bakari Sellers of the world, I'm thinking back to a podcast they all did where they're taking shots at Stephen A. Smith for asking of Jasmine Crockett, the congresswoman out of Texas.
Who they want to be like one of the leaders of the party.
Right. Like, this is a woman who is cosplaying ghetto gagger.
Yes. Very much a code
Cosplaying
switcher.
this whole ghetto gagger like persona. I fucking hate it. As
She
a
comes
black
from
man,
money. She went to private schools. Like,
private school,
Yeah.
one of the most she comes from, like you said, come from money, went to very expensive schools, and you carrying on like you from the hood.
because it makes
I'm
it go
from
viral.
the hood. I'm from the hood. I grew up in a rough part of Baltimore, and even when we moved to my parents bought a home. They bought a house in 1992 in Northeast Baltimore, and that's where like I've spent my teenage years up there. Even when we bought the home, when all the white people left, okay, the neighborhood got rougher because the projects they had torn down the projects in downtown and over the west side of Baltimore, and they moved out into the neighborhood we were in off of Section 8 and all that. So the neighborhood got rougher as time went on. But anyways, the point is, I grew up in the hood, okay, so I know what I'm talking about. A woman like Jasmine Crockett don't know shit about the hood. But yet she's cosplaying and she's like that, you go girl, and oh child, I know that like it's just so bad out here, and I'm this motherfucker Trump, like we just trying to get his ass up out of there, like just doing the whole gay.
Who does she think is believing that? Again, she must have such low expectations.
Again, the Democrat Party thinks so little of black people, because they know that over the past 60, 70 years, they have been able to get away with anything. I'll give you when the Voting Rights Act when the Voting Rights Act was first gutted by the Supreme Court in 2013. You think the Democrats was out here trying to get people trying to like draft a bill to recodify some of the whole preclearance section in the art, like Section 2? No, they weren't trying to do any of that. They were fundraising. They were keeping blacks in line with the Trayvon Martin bullshit and Michael Brown and all that. Like they scared the shit out of black people with all of this police brutality nonsense, while everybody just kind of glossed over the fact that nobody was that they weren't doing anything for black people.
Wow.
Obama, I'll never forget a Steve Harvey episode that I listened to, and me being a dumbass, I nodded along with it. Steve Harvey on his morning show was criticizing blacks for asking why isn't Barack Obama doing anything for black people directly? And the excuse he gave was, Steve Harvey gave this excuse. He said, well, Barack Obama has to be the president of the United States. He can't just be the president of the hood.
That's why people elected him.
Again, the Democrats know that they could say whatever they want. They can abuse black people. They can talk shit. They can do just about anything. They call you a nigga just like this, in as flowery lawyer-ese as possible. They can call you the N-word. They call you the N-word with policy. They can call you the N-word with flowery language like that. And blacks will still line up and vote for them, as long as there are certain things that they keep up. I have no use for the Democratic Party. And why else would Democrats make it possible for illegals to just come in? Why would you truck illegals into the Bronx and into the black parts of Brooklyn and Queens? Why would you put them up in? Why would you take black people out of these homeless shelters and put these people in? They have been replacing blacks in our neighborhoods for the longest time, and blacks just keep on going like, oh no, We're gonna keep voting Democrats because you think they're gonna get something out of you.
If the propaganda is like coming from the Democrats that you need to be afraid of the Republicans, but it's like no, the propaganda is that's the party to be afraid of. But it's like they're just, again, it's all projection. They're pointing it like, oh no, you got to be afraid of the Republicans because they're trying to, I don't know.
I'm like this now.
Do what?
I'm like this now. Like if you're black, and I will say this. I have seen more black people, particularly black men. Okay, guys like Adam, guys like Zeke Arkham, shout out to Big Zeke. Okay, my friend JV the Great, and other like black and Hispanic men like my co-host Nino. They're walking away from the Democrat Party because they're finally realizing that all we are as black men, all we are votes. All black women are. When the Democrat Party started saying that shit that back in the Obama years, that black women are the backbone of the Democratic Party. Why didn't black women should have bailed then? So they just they're telling you that they don't think nothing of you, but you're a pack mule. You're just an animal to carry their burden.
Women are much easier to like psyop and propagandize too, though.
But it's like y'all should have figured that out then, and they didn't. And so, to the credit to a lot of black folks' credit, a lot of black folk are walking away from the Democrat Party. And to those of you out here, I'm looking right here in the camera when I say this, keep going. Don't let nobody shame you. Don't let anybody talk crazy to you about walking away from this racist political entity. The Democrats are finished with us, black folk. They are done. They want nothing more to do with us. That's why they had this. Why they had the border open for almost 4 years. They're done with us. Keep walking away. And that's all I can say about that.
Is it because too many have woken up?
Oh, yeah. I've never seen so many. I've never seen so many minorities walking away from the Democrats. They're finally realizing it. Think about it. Why are so many of these, like the No Kings rally coming up this Saturday?
It doesn't make sense. It's like, it just seems so out of place. Like nobody thinks Trump is honestly a king. Like, and he's crushing it. He just friggin' is making peace in the Middle East. Were the Democrats trying to do that?
The only ones, no. The Biden administration had every opportunity to fix the Gaza problem. But what were they doing? Same shit that they did with abortion. When Roe v. Wade got sent, when it got sent back to the states, I can't remember the court decision name. That escapes me now. When the Dobbs decision first came down,
Roe v. clump of cells.
Yeah. When the Dobbs decision first came down, I thought the Democrats were going to rally to codify Roe v. Wade into law. I didn't know that Roe v. Wade wasn't even a bill. Roe v. Wade was a Supreme Court decision that was essentially allowed to stay in place because it was allowed to stay as a piece of legislation from the bench. That's an instant no-no.
Wow.
The judicial branch does not create law, it interprets law. And so you would think that, the Democrats would get on their job and be like, yo, we need to codify Roe v. Wade in the law. We got to do this. For all their talk about abortion, you know what they were doing? Fundraising. Fundraising.
Seeing a pattern.
Yo, Chrissie, I had 7 text messages. 7 of them in 24 hours.
Oof.
Last year, or when the Dobbs decision came down, I was like, okay, so are y'all gonna do something about this? Another fundraising text message. You got Chuck Schumer out there. You got Kamala Harris talking. You know, she sounds, you know,
How did Kamala get my number?
right. Exactly. Yeah. It's like all these text messages in like a 3-day period. And I'm like, you guys are not doing anything. This is your primary issue. This is your primary
They're
thing.
just juicing it for like fear bucks. They're like, oh, rights are getting taken away.
Yeah. And so what you, and again, just fundraise. Just keep scaring the shit out of suburban white moms, suburban soccer moms. You're gonna scare with a lot of money. You're gonna keep scaring the shit out of them, and you're gonna keep them in line. And it's like you're not gonna do anything actionable. That's the problem with the Democrats right now. There is nothing actionable with the. All they have is hate. All they have is debauchery. All they have is we'll kill your kid. Stacey Abrams.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. I would never forget when I was watching her on MSNBC a couple years ago, and she was like, "Well, there's a lot of economic hardship going on right now. Why don't you just have an abortion?" Like what?
That's disgusting. That's demonic.
But anyways,
Yeah. Insane.
this is-
Isaiah, you're the best. I feel like I could talk to you another 5 hours. I want to see. Do we miss any super chats?
we probably did.
Derek C. Thank you for the five. Did your guests sell N-word passes, and are they available as wallet-size laminates? You would make a killing on that.
We are currently working on that in the Apostate Radio Lab.
Yes. 'Cause I
N-word
got-
passes will be for sale. Please just follow me on X at
Ooh.
Isaiah L. Carter, and we will get you all the information you need.
I got an R-word pass from, not like I needed one because I have a retarded great uncle. Rest in peace, Uncle Roy. But I got an R-word pass from I think Ricky Berwick, or he did a collab with Sticker Mule.
Did he?
Yeah, I think I have my R-word pass magnet
He is
hanging up on the
fucking
fridge.
hilarious,
He
that
is.
dude.
He's an icon.
I thought, women, who was women? There was him, there was Ricky Berwick, and there was another one.
Crip Daddy, he died.
Crip Daddy was the one who passed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, rest in peace to Crip Daddy.
Crip
Those
Daddy,
guys were,
rest in peace.
those
Yeah.
guys are
So
hilarious. But yeah, like, I look at it this way. I'm a lot freer with my words than I used to be because they took those words from us. Okay. They took, remember, retard was the first one.
I was raised on retarded.
They took retarded from people are still like, oh my God, he said retarded. Like, I don't give a
I never
fuck.
stopped saying retarded.
I stopped for a while.
I'm
Just
so
like
sorry
just like
for
I
you.
still I still won't call somebody a bundle of sticks. Well, not
Not an
publicly.
actual one. I'll call my straight friends that, but it'd have to be a really specific situation for me to. Yeah, I'd have to be very
Well,
funny and worth
What
it.
what I prefer is fromagine.
Oh, French.
No, Italian.
Oh, better.
Yes. I love fromagine. It's so
Is it Italian for?
it is. Yeah, it is. Yes. It is. It is. Shout to Melanie Mack, by the way, who's absolutely
Friend
incredible.
of the show. Funny girl.
I actually would love to meet Melanie personally. I love her. I love her rant
She's
about
great.
but yeah, like like they took certain things from us. I despise the gender cult. I do, and I make no bones about it because they are truly, like, when it comes to troons, like I have no problem using that word. I use it frequently. I love it. You know why? Because they're evil fucking people. They're evil people. The fact that Democrats hung their hat on this whole notion of diversity and equity and inclusion and all this other stuff. Inclusion of what?
And how? Like, how do any of these people unable to do anything they want? Drive a car, buy property. What's nothing is stopping anybody from doing anything.
The problem is their life, their lives, their liberty, and their pursuit of happiness essentially requires everyone else to scale theirs back. I have to live in a lie. I have to reflect your lie back onto you,
Right.
by
Say
calling
your
you
pronouns.
something. Right. I have to utter your pronouns. I have to use your incantations.
Yeah.
I have to say that, I have to say trans women are women and mean it.
I have to let Lily Tino into my bathroom at Disney World.
That fucking guy.
He's gross.
That fucking guy. Oh my Lord. Lily Tino, whatever his real name is, that guy is one of the most evil fucking
Such
people
a
I've ever
predator.
met. He is a
Yeah.
predator and a half. And at this point, I automatically assume that when I see guys like that, I assume they've got like loads of stuff. You know what my wife and I watched just recently?
My 600-pound life. Hoarders.
Well, I'm about halfway there. No.
Love on the Spectrum. That's my favorite show.
What was it? Silence of the Lambs.
Ooh.
Because we got this whole spooky season thing going.
Yep.
And we watched Silence of the Lambs, and I was like, yeah, this like the 90s were the golden age of filmmaking, because that movie told the unvarnished truth about them fucking people. That movie could never get made in 2025.
True.
Okay, could never get made in 2025. That movie couldn't get made even 2 years ago because the subject it would hit too close to home. It's a
Wow, I wanna
wonder.
watch
It's
it again.
honestly, and you know what's crazy? It's a wonder because you never hear them talk about that movie. You never hear any of these
No one's trying to
troons and their
cancel
apologists.
Hannibal Lecter.
Right. But no, it's Buffalo Bill.
Oh, right.
It's Buffalo Bill. That first, and even with Hannibal Lecter himself being a gay cannibal predator, okay, like someone who literally ate his victims or fed them to other people in his socialite circles, right? Like that could never get made these days. It just couldn't.
Yeah, they don't have the balls to even make a comedy.
No.
So
No. But you know what? Things are changing. The culture they lost the culture organically.
just pushed it so far off the edge. It's like, all right, I can't go with you.
Yeah.
Most regular people are like, I'm not down with that. Not down with child sterilization. Sorry if that makes me an alt-right person.
I would rather, in the words of the late, great Magdalene Burns, I'd rather be called rude. I'd rather be thought of as rude than to be a liar. And that right there is my watchword. Granted, I know I could probably be a lot more marketable if I were less vulgar. You know, I'd probably be like the vulgar, the potty mouth Rush Limbaugh. You know, I don't know. Rest in peace to Rush. Got to talk to his brother David.
Oh, cool.
A few weeks ago. Great guy. But I'd rather be rude and tell the truth than be a liar that uses flowery language.
Yeah.
I don't want to lie. It takes too much energy to lie.
It's a lot. It's more to keep up, and it eventually people can tell, and it wears you down, and it's no, be the rude truth teller we love, Isaiah.
I will be.
Where
I
can
will
people find you and follow you, and what's coming up?
Oh man, people can follow me at Isaiah L. Carter. I'm on X all the time. You can follow us, or you can follow my YouTube channel. We're going to build a separate. We're going to build a channel for Apostate Radio so that everybody can, so we can try to like get some traction that way. Because I think my personal accounts may be too old. So we're going to do that, make it a little easier for people to follow the show and watch everything to get a little bit more organized. You can follow me. I'm on. We're also on Rumble, Apostate Radio. We stream Sunday nights 8 p.m. on X, YouTube, Rumble. That's about it, really. I don't think we're gonna have a show this Sunday because I got family coming up on Sunday, on this weekend. So, but I'll keep you posted on that. Just follow at Apostate Radio NY. Also, shout to my co-host, who you really should have on as well. He's a great guy, Nino Chavez X. Follow him there. And I already shouted out my wife.
Shout her out again.
Okay. Follow my wife, Kareen, at DA Notorious CRC.
I love that.
Yeah, you got to follow her. She's a fucking riot.
I'm going to follow her as soon as we're done. And one last super chat from John Wayne. Thanks for the 5. Disowning someone for simple political differences is weakness personified.
Amen.
Disowning someone for celebrating political murder is 100% justified.
Amen.
Yep.
Amen.
Yep. So true.
Amen.
As for me, guys, of course, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to this YouTube channel. Check out Simpcast every Sunday, 9 o'clock. On this channel, and come see me in Massillon, Ohio this Saturday at Krackpots Comedy Club. Then I'll be in San Diego on the 23rd, Phoenix November 1st, and Albuquerque November 2nd, and then back here in Westchester, doing a show at Mount Kisco December 6th. For tickets, go to ChrissieMayr.com. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Isaiah, for coming out. You're so smart.
Me.
You're just so impressive all the way around.
Thank you, my love. I really appreciate it.
And smart.
Are you if are you anywhere in my part? And are you gonna be doing any shows over there?
No, just Mount Kisco for right now. But I will see if there's venues there.
I'll look.
Maybe I could.
I'll look.
We'll see. We'll see if we could do a collab.
Maybe. I would love. Matter of fact, no. We'll talk about it off air. But I have a friend. I have a friend who can
You guys
help with
can't
that.
hear about this. This is the behind the scenes planning, and he's gonna give me my N-word pass. I'm so excited about it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. Thank you.